Golly, it's Ask Frank Live on Mountain Fun Life. Hello, Kira.
Hello, Frank.
Kira Cup, Frank Murphy, and we are here live in our semi-holiday attire. I like the winter blue.
Thank you. I like the winter red.
Are you Elsa or who? Who wears blue?
Oh, I'm Elsa. I actually used to dress up as her.
And get money?
Yes, I'd go to birthday parties, and who knows, maybe I am
Which one
Elsa.
is which? Would you help me?
Yes, Elsa is the one who shoots out the snow.
No, I don't. I've never seen the movies.
Oh.
But I've seen the characters because I have another friend who dresses up as a Frozen character. And is she the one with the braid?
Yeah, she's the one with the braid.
Which one are you?
The one with the braid with the blonde hair.
So that's the one, and that's Elsa.
Yes.
Who's the other one?
Anna. She's the younger sister.
And what color hair does she have?
I think it's red.
All right. So then my friend Christina and you both dressed up as the same character.
Yes.
That's fantastic. All right.
Now you know.
While what I'm doing is actually stalling. Oh, here it is. I was trying to find the post on Mountain Fun Life. So
you just skipped it.
Well, I know. I thought this was they were trying to get me to pay money to boost it. Is what I thought. Sometimes that happens.
It does.
Facebook always wants me to pay money to boost posts on their
I know, they do it to me too. What's up
platform. Well, because I boosted a post once or twice or maybe a few more times. But for other, things like for Dr. Bass, we want people to come see Dr. Bass, the forensic anthropologist. So I boosted a post. And now Facebook thinks I'm loaded with money. And
Money bags right here. Can I have some?
I'm not loaded with money. In fact, I tried canceling the credit card that was on Facebook, and it was hard. It was difficult. You can't get it once you're in the trap. You're in the trap.
It's a rabbit hole.
You can't remove the credit card. It's impossible. You can add a different credit card, but you can't. Once you've put one in, you're done. It's forevermore. You will have a credit card on record with Facebook.
That's a trap.
It is a trap. All right, so I'm going to put Mountain Fun Life. I'm going to put Kira Cup.
Oh, you're including me.
Well, you're here.
Well, I already shared it, and I didn't tag you or anybody else. I'm sorry.
Well, it's all right. We'll get your fans will come in because the whole point of today's show is for you to like us on Facebook, to comment on our Facebook feed, and perhaps win tickets to Christmas in the Cave at Cherokee Caverns. My friend Dana Whidbey gave us these.
It's a lot of tickets here.
It's 7.
I'm trying to fan them out.
And that's an odd number.
It is.
So if you have 6 friends and you would like to go to Christmas in the Cave, or if you want to go, I think there's 2 or 3 days left, you could go alone 7 times.
You could do that.
Right?
I would do that.
Why?
Why not?
Oh, well, it's a very big demand. I would think the lines have been long lately, so I would get there early and enjoy Christmas in the Cave at Cherokee Caverns in West Knoxville because it got on one of those things that gets around on Facebook. Have you seen these, where it says only in your state?
I have not seen that.
Well, it happens. There's these memes type things, but they're articles. Only in your state, there's a Christmas cave. So now there's people from all over Ohio, Virginia, Kentucky coming down to go to the Christmas cave because they, I think, are under the impression that it's Christmas year-round in the cave, which is not the case. It's Halloween in the cave.
Right. Well, I actually went there over the summer and watched the Goonies inside of it.
Oh, okay.
Which that was probably one of my most favorite things that I've done all year.
Because the Goonies has a plot line where they go into a cave.
Mm-hmm. And it felt like I was in the movie.
Boom. That sells out. They do that. That's a great idea.
I know.
Now, I go there with Dr. Bass, and we talk about death and decomposition and science and things like that. In fact, I met a lady last night named Cherie who had been to that Dr. Bass presentation, and I said, well, if you watch Ask Frank Live on Mountain Fun Life, and I stood there while she liked Mountain Fun Life on her phone.
Good job, Cherie.
And showed her that you can win these cave tickets. So she said, well, I've got something to do. I said, anytime while the show's on. You don't have to be right there at 10 o'clock. She was worried that she was going to be busy at 10. Mm-hmm. I said, it's okay. Anytime during the show, Cherie, you can comment, and you might be the winner. I hope someone else wins, so it's because I don't want to influence the decision. It's a random drawing.
I mean, it's random, so.
All right. Well, we're wearing our. I want to show you one other thing. We have gifts. We have Secret Santa gifts.
We do.
That are from Cincinnati, Ohio. Bob, what was the name of that place again?
Jungle Gyms.
Jungle Gyms. I should remember.
Gyms.
Jungle Gym. We have a jungle-themed show today.
We do. We've got our friends from Parrot Mountain here with us today.
Yes, that's right. And we'll have a bird named George.
Yes.
And a man named Fletcher. And I've got to remember it's that way, not the other way around. I don't want to call the guy Fletcher. I don't want to call the bird Fletcher and the guy George.
I mean, I think He'd probably be okay with that.
Oh no.
No?
No, I'm sorry. Something else has happened. I received this piece of broken glass as a gift yesterday, and I accidentally knocked off a shard of it. Would you like it? It might be
Yes.
sharp. This is from the Sun Sphere.
What?
This is from the Sun Sphere.
Like the windows for
This
the
is from the Sun Sphere. Yeah, a friend of mine was at the Sun Sphere one night, and there was a restaurant in the Sun Sphere, and somebody leaned back and cracked the window, the inside window of the Sun Sphere, and it broke into a lot of little pieces. And my friend, who is very intelligent and industrious, went about tracking down who owned that pane of glass, and it turned out it might have been it was the city of Knoxville or the park or somebody owned all of it was a long thing, quite a thing. And he got permission from whomever owned that window to have the broken glass when they finally got around to replacing it. So he shows up for lunch yesterday with this Tupperware container, like a quart container, and it has I thought it was salt that he was going to sprinkle out in front of him in case he was worried about walking on ice. But it was all of these little chunks of Sun Sphere glass, and he gave me one as a gift.
And I almost threw that away earlier.
Well, here, that's very sharp, that one that fell off. So I'm excited. So I want to say thank you to my buddy Dan for this Sun Sphere shard. And it's the time of year where you have to have lunch with all your friends, because it's the holiday season.
And Frank Claus.
It's coming round. Anyway, so like tomorrow I'm having a lunch with Kumi from the Asian Festival. She says, I want to have a Christmas lunch. I'm like, all right, where are we going? Jack sushi place.
Of course.
So we're getting Christmas sushi tomorrow. And then today I got a text late last night that my friend Bean, who is not only in one Radio Hall of Fame, he's in 2 Radio Halls of Fame, is moving to England, by the way. But he's passing through Tennessee on his way to England today.
Wait, passing through Tennessee to England.
Right, because he lives out west. He lives in Seattle, and lives in New Orleans and Seattle, but he's driving from Seattle to Washington, D.C., his farewell tour of America, and then flying from Washington, D.C. off to England on Sunday, I think. And then
That's
he's
a lot of
gone.
traveling.
He's moving to England. He's got a house, he's got a wife, he's got a dog. They're going to England.
I want to move there.
Well, apparently it's hard, but he can tell you how to do it. So today, he's in Crossville today. So I said, I'm in Pigeon Forge. I looked it up. It's 103 miles apart
No way.
from Crossville to Pigeon Forge. So we're going to meet in the middle.
You're going to drive to see him?
Well, we're going to meet in the middle. And guess where the middle is?
Nashville?
No, it's... I didn't tell him this. I said, well, I'm going to be in Pigeon Forge and you're going to be in Crossville. We'll meet in the middle. He said, okay, that seems like a fair idea. The middle is West Knoxville, which is where I live. Okay.
Good for you, Frank.
Very clever. We got 2 entries in the contest. Jerry Ritchie says, is it a show? What does that mean? The Christmas in a Cave, perhaps. Oh, I think it's a walkthrough experience because they'll have a guy dressed as Cousin Eddie from Christmas Vacation.
Oh, cool.
And I hope you've seen the signs on the interstate where it says, Cousin Eddie says, Twitter's full, put down the phone. That's Mark Nagy and those guys over at T-Dot come up with these clever sayings. Well, anyway, so you'll see like a guy, in fact, he's even on here, the Cousin Eddie character.
Oh, he looks just like him.
And got beautiful Christmas lights through the whole cave and probably some treats of some kind. Because it costs $10 a ticket. I mean, you get your money's worth. You get $10 worth. So this is $70 worth of tickets right here. And looks like we have a commenter from Pensacola, Florida. So I'll put that through. But Treva, I don't want you to win these tickets because these will expire on the 21st. So you wouldn't be able to use them. And also, oh my gosh, there's an actual question.
I know somebody's actually asking you something.
Go ahead.
Okay, well, Aaron Young says, good morning. Frank, have you ever been to the Body Farm with Dr. Bass? That's a good question.
I think I can truthfully answer that question. Because for many years, I used to have to answer the question that I could neither confirm nor deny, whether or not I've been to the Body Farm.
So I'm assuming that means you can confirm it.
Now I can, because back in those days, when I went to the Body Farm, it was like the very tail end of the time when you could maybe get in because the Dr. Bass has been retired for, probably 30 years, but he still does all this research, does lectures. We have one tonight in Harriman, Tennessee, for example. But over time, new administration has come in with UT, and there's new insurance regulations and new lawyers and new everything. So now the only way you can go to the Body Farm is if you're legitimately studying forensic anthropology, if you're enrolled in a class or more likely a graduate or postgraduate program.
I can add to that answer. My sister was an autopsy technician at the Knox County Regional Forensic Center.
Okay, law enforcement, they get
Yes.
to go.
Well, actually, she was not able to go. They wouldn't let her.
No way.
No.
Huh.
I think only if you're a student studying that specific thing you can go.
Forensic anthropology. That's
Yes,
interesting.
but they don't just let you go.
Well, if you go to, if you're in law enforcement now, there's a couple of other spare part body farms.
Spare part?
I don't know if I'm supposed to publicize this, but there's a place in Oak Ridge where they'll bring bones and hide them, and then law enforcement has to go there and find them.
That's kind of cool.
But they don't let a body fully decompose there. The body's
Right.
decomposed down in Knoxville, but then they'll place the skeleton in a certain area of a certain outdoor park in Oak Ridge that's kind of high up and mountainous and out of the way. And then the law enforcement will come and have to search there. And they're working on, I think in Middle Tennessee somewhere, maybe that closed, they had a place where they could do a little more law enforcement work. All right. Anyway, so that's the answer. Thank you for the question, Aaron. We appreciate that. You are entered to win these 7 tickets. I hope you know 7 people. Does any chance you think that Aaron Young might know 7 people?
I think so.
Yeah. Well, before we bring in George the cockatoo, is it cockatoo or cockatiel? I can never. Cockatoo. We'll have talking about our parade from this past weekend, and we've got all these Secret Santa gifts. So you want to do that? One of those?
Yes, I think let's go with this first.
All right. So I'm supposed to choose either of these 2 Secret Santa gifts.
Which one will it be?
I shouldn't touch them, but I something about this one.
You shouldn't touch them.
Well, because then you might want to get, once you touch it, that should be the Secret Santa rules, I thought. Once you touch it, you take it. Because now I can go, oh, do I want this or not, versus that one. So I picked this, I touched this one first, so I'm taking it.
Okay, well, you're killing me with anticipation.
Well, you pick one now.
Well, I'll just take this one.
That's how, I think you're supposed to pick from the middle pile.
Am I?
That's what they said.
I thought
they
you said
that was
this
the Frank
pile.
pile because it's near me, and that was the Kira pile because it's near you.
But then what about that pile?
I don't know. I guess that's we each get. You take whatever
That
you want.
one is for me.
You can take whatever
you.
you want. All right.
I'll let you go first.
Jungle Jim. Why? No, ladies first. Oh, no, I almost went first.
What is this?
Well, it's something from Jungle Jim's. Okay, it's in it's a plain
It's
silver.
nothing.
Surely it's something.
Oh, it's it's female.
Hold it up so we can see.
I don't want to touch it.
Why? Because you're vegetarian?
It's.
I told you not to pick from that pile.
Oh
They
my
specifically
goodness.
said that pile is for Frank, and now I'm delighted to know that Secret Santa put rhino beetles in a pile for me to pick, and you took them. So now you have to eat a rhino beetle.
Ew, no.
That's what the point of it is.
I cannot eat this.
Why? Because you're seriously,
It goes
it's a
again-
bug.
A bug. You can eat it.
You know who can eat it is the bird.
Yeah.
Feed it to the bird.
A bird would love it.
All right, now because you picked the rhino beetles, I get Irish shortbread.
Of course you do, because you're Irish.
Oh, I love the Irish shortbread. I was talking all night in an Irish accent the other day. I met this woman named Kellen. I decided instead of calling her Kellen, I'm going to call her Kelleen. Hello, Kelleen. I think it sounds much more Irish than Kellen. So I've got, you know what we can do? We can take an Irish shortbread cookie in the shape of a shamrock, which reminds us of the Holy Trinity there, Kira. And we can put a female rhino beetle on it and have it as
Why don't you be our guest? Let's open these up.
crap on a cracker. Merry Christmas from Jeff Foxworthy is what we got going on there.
I don't
All
want
right.
to smell it.
What? They're just dead bugs.
I don't kill bugs. Oh gosh.
Well, it looks like there's. Oh, see, look at that. They're bugs inside of bugs. Cooked and dehydrated female rhino beetles. Oh, it's totally no colors or preservatives. They're boiled and dehydrated. They're not fried.
Oh, this is gross.
No MSG. They're from Thailand, Kira. This reminds me of an episode of Batman where King Tut got the scarabs, which are dung beetles, and he reanimated them somehow. It was pretty awesome. And Batman and Robin had to save the day.
Was it?
was a good episode of King Tut. If Artie's watching, he'll know what I'm talking about. I mean, good episode of King Tut. Good episode of Batman. All right, I think we better take a break.
We should.
Because I'll leave these right
Ooh,
here.
no.
I'll hold these right here.
No.
They're bugs. They're dead bugs in 2 bags with desiccant in here to keep them dry.
They look really gross.
They look like rhino beetles.
Ugh.
They're beetles that look like rhinoceri because they probably have, somewhere on here, they probably have a little horn at the front or something.
Right? I'm going to throw up.
Are you really?
I don't know.
Are you really? You're acting. Because I can't.
feel
You're an
like
actress.
It's a combination of both. You see, I'm really dramatic.
You're an award-winning actress. So I have to know.
Almost award-winning actress.
No, you got the.
I got a nomination.
I thought you won.
No, it was a nomination.
All right.
2
You're
years
an
in a row.
award-nominated actor. I'm an award-seeking actor, and you're an award-nominated actress. So good for you.
Thank you.
I'll put the bugs out of the way. You chose them.
Thank you.
I tried to talk you out
I
of it.
didn't know that there were bugs
I
in
didn't
them.
know there were bugs in it either. I just know that when they say this pile's for Frank, there's
No.
probably something.
He told me that was the first pile, that was the second one, and that's the third one. He did not say anything about this is Frank's pile, this is Kira's, and this is nobody's.
Then that's what he told me, is to make sure I chose from that pile and make sure you chose from that pile. I'm just saying, I didn't know what was in them either. Jungle Gyms, I didn't know Jungle Gyms sold dead bugs. All right, so we've gone a little long on the segment. We want to talk about the wonderful time that we had on Saturday with David Aldrich, Chief Meteorologist of CaptainAccurate.com, Kira Cup wearing the beautiful winter white.
Thank you.
And I wore my outrageous Christmas blazer
It was awesome.
that I bought at Kroger.
You looked very snazzy.
I like it. I wore it again to another parade. I might wear it again for a gig with Dr. Bass tonight. I'll see. But we have some footage from our live coverage from our Sevierville Christmas Parade. The 57th Sevierville Christmas Parade happened on Saturday morning, and we were delighted to be invited by the Sevierville Chamber of Commerce to set up outside the Sevierville Courthouse, Sevier County Courthouse, where they're working on all the street improvements.
Mm-hmm.
So when we go back next year, this year's kind of like a dry run, if you will.
Right.
But when we go back next year, it's going to be all beautiful and pedestrian friendly and lovely. So we're set up there in the thick of it, and our Mountain Fun Life Humvee was in. In fact, we have that footage. So let's go. I think we'll hear you, me, and David Aldrich speaking in this footage from Saturday as we were live on Mountain Fun Life from the 57th Sevierville Christmas Parade.
Oh, and keep commenting so you can get a chance to win these tickets.
Absolutely. It's time for a parade. Second, you'll see coming onto the screen. Here it is. See that? Did they just go Christmas tree shopping and forget to take it off the roof? Seriously.
What's the line from the movie Elf? I know him.
Are they trying to replicate the Honda commercial? What are they doing?
They do have a tree on there, though.
I think it's cute.
It's hilarious. I love it.
Let's hear it from Mountain Fun Life.
Oh, there's Karina waving. Savannah's driving. Hi. She's doing the queen wave to me.
And look how our Arch crew
I love it.
is properly slowing down the
He
parade.
knew to slow down for the camera. I love that.
Yes, they totally know what they're doing. In fact, they're going so slow that the biblical characters behind them are passing us.
Being a successful business is a lot of work, especially when you have to design your own media projects and advertisements. Let us take care of your media needs. We offer a large variety of services such as photography, videography, print magazine, live streaming, and so much more. Contact our marketing today for a free initial consultation. Email marketing@mountainfunlife.com. We look forward to working with you.
Parrot Mountain. This attraction has it all, whether you're 2 years old or 90 years young, with hundreds of beautiful tropical birds and thousands of flowers, plants, and trees. Folks who visited our park have said, "I've never seen this many birds in one place. This must be what the Garden of Eden was like. The most beautiful and peaceful place I have ever been. These gardens rival the best. The best value in the Smokies. You'll want to visit Parrot Mountain and Gardens. Call or visit us online. We'll see you there."
Being a successful business is a lot of work, especially when you have to design your own media projects and advertisements. Let us take care of your media needs. We offer a large variety of services such as photography, videography, print magazine, live streaming, and so much more. Contact our marketing today for a free initial consultation. Email marketing@mountainfunlife.com. We look forward to working with you. Being
You're watching Ask Frank Live. Frank Murphy, Kira Cup on Mountain Fun Life. Kira's disgusted by the female rhino beetles.
I sure am.
Thankfully, we've brought in Fletcher from Parrot Mountain, who may not be disgusted by parrot beetles. I mean, what are they called? Parrot beetles?
Rhino beetles.
Seems pretty tasty.
Yeah, would you like one? Would you eat one on camera?
You're welcome to have one.
I mean, yeah, on camera, I might as well, right?
Yeah.
I'll try a bite.
Oh,
Go ahead.
God.
Have
Is it
at
in here?
Yeah, they're double sealed for your protection.
No,
Good.
I normally wouldn't do this, but
Yeah,
I
do
know.
it up here so we can all watch.
wow.
And you've got there are the beetles, the rhino beetles, and you can feed it to George the cockatoo if you want. He's from Australia,
Oh yeah, Australia and parts of the Moluccan Islands.
Moluccan. He's a Moluccan.
Let me let
Cockatoo.
George try it first.
Or if you're willing to risk George, the expensive cockatoo. Well, these are made for human consumption. You know? How bad
That
does it
is
smell?
gross.
I mean, I don't know. It
Smell
smells
the
all
rest
right.
of them.
Ugh.
Are you gonna try one?
I'm gonna wait and let George try it.
Yeah.
Because if that's what you said,
Yeah. I mean,
It's
I
your
gotta
bird.
see what's in
I
here.
think, I've heard of canaries in a coal mine. Why not a cockatoo and a rhino beetle?
Yeah, you get a good point. I don't want to have George pass out.
Well, but they sell these. They're dehydrated. It says right on them. They're from Thailand.
think
And
they-
you know what's close to Thailand? Australia.
Australia.
It's closer than I am.
Who knows? George might eat these every day over there.
Well, here you go. They're my gift to you.
Yeah, you're more than welcome to have those.
See if George he'll know.
I don't
George will either be repulsed by it or he'll take
George,
it. There's two
you want
options. Animals have instinct.
I think he knows better.
Well,
And
then
he's like, no, thank you.
this is the best part. Uh-oh. He's going to taste it. Go ahead. It's a rhino beetle.
Nope.
Oh, George said no beetle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even he thinks they're gross.
Because George was the name of a beetle,
Oh, yeah.
and this George doesn't want beetles.
No.
Yeah.
That's
Just
it.
a dancing George.
Dancing George. Well, that's awesome. So Fletcher, tell us about George and tell us about Parrot Mountain.
Okay, so Parrot Mountain, we're located 1471 McCarter Hollow Road, a mile past Dollywood. And what's up there, there's over 700 tropical parrots. You guys can feed them,
Yeah.
hold them, get your pictures taken with the birds. We have an area where there's a bird garden. There's over 100 tropical parrots on perches,
I
just
heard
like
it's like
this.
the Garden of Eden.
It is, it is.
So I've seen the commercials.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I've been there.
I know. I've seen your videos.
Yeah.
I love those.
Yeah, and like, it's a lot of interaction. It's not like when you go, to a normal petting zoo or something like that where you just look at two cages, right?
Yeah.
You get to hold them, feed them.
Really?
They fly and land on you up there.
I did not
And we
realize
have
that.
baby birds for sale as well.
Now, someone had a bird on their head or their shoulder in one of those videos.
I think it was both me and Savannah.
Which bird?
It was in that big cage that you all have.
The
with all-
lories.
The lories.
Lories, yeah.
Yeah.
That's where you get the cup of
That's-
nectar and you walk in.
Okay,
and
that's
they just
British for
swarm
truck.
you.
Lorry. That's British for truck.
For truck? Really?
So I guess
Wow.
these birds are trucks, huh?
That's what I'm saying. So I'm trying to keep an eye on George over there. Will George, of his own volition, you said might start speaking. Right now, George's got his feathers up because I'm staring him down. I'm sorry, George. I make eye contact because I'm in broadcasting and that's what we do. George. I'm talking to you, George. I'm looking you in the eye because that's polite.
He doesn't
Now,
like you.
In the animal kingdom, I guess that's a threat. So George has got his feather up, his dander, if you will, up because I'm staring him down.
Oh.
So, all right, I thought you told me that George might just suddenly speak.
He can. I mean, he says, "Hi, George. I love you. Bye," and he'll even whistle.
Now, I've heard George speak before we started the show, and so I believe you. I mean, I totally believe you. But will George, of his own volition, come over and visit us at the anchor desk?
I mean, do you want him? You want to hold him?
I'm asking. I mean,
Yeah,
you can bring him over.
Step up.
Hi, George.
my
So
goodness.
he'll even cuddle. Like, watch
Now,
this.
he probably loves Kira.
Oh. Yeah, he told me he loves me earlier.
Oh, George.
See, he knows I don't eat animals.
Yes. Does George
think
know,
he loves
does George
that.
know what I had
Yeah.
for breakfast?
Maybe.
An omelet?
They can probably smell it.
An omelet for
Can they
breakfast.
smell?
Oh yeah, they sure can. They have a great sense of smell.
It was a chicken omelet. It was not a cockatoo omelet.
Do you guys want to hold him?
Yes, please. Hi, George.
No, hello, buddy.
Hello, my friend.
Hi.
Now, if
gonna
he
pet
if he
you.
goes, he's going to go on Kira.
Oh,
So I got to make sure. No, you're not.
You see, I want you to pet him. Oh,
Oh,
look at that.
hello.
And George loves to cuddle.
Hello, Cuddle George. Now let's turn your better face. Can we turn you around to the camera? dear George?
Oh,
You're so nice.
So why do you need a stuffed animal when you can have a George, you know?
I know.
Exactly.
So how can people adopt birds or purchase them or?
Up there,
Trying to point
we
his
have.
rear end toward away from my phone and away from my water.
Oh,
What?
he's getting in
And away
closer.
from
Look
my
at
arm.
that. Look at that.
George, you good George. What a good, what a lovely guy. Very lovely. All right, so you can pet George. Right? Can you pet George at Parrot Mountain?
You sure can. He's in our bird garden area. You just ask for George. He'll either be taking photos with everybody or he'll be on his perch.
Oh, I should take a photo with George. May I?
Oh.
Is George okay with selfies?
He loves them.
Hey, George.
Hi.
Let's do a selfie, George.
Say hi, George. Say hi, George.
He's so cute.
George. Say hello, George. We're on camera.
Can you say I love you?
Here, Kara, be in the picture. Well, we're going to see the back of George. Here, Fletcher, you be in the picture. Okay, I think I just heard George's intestines. Would you like to go to Kira? Would you like
Of course.
to go to
You
Kira?
wanna run me.
Would you like to
I
sit
can get him.
on the Mountain Fun Life iPad?
George seems to like you.
I like
He
George.
does.
Hello. I'm nice.
I thought he liked me.
Look at this.
Well, he
Look.
likes you
He don't
too.
even want to go.
What the heck is on me?
That's George. He's just.
Well, I mean,
Feathers.
seriously. I mean, this is a lot of George. Look at this.
It's just what cockatoos they put off.
Oh, they
You can
put
see it's
off-
all over me.
So it's like a cockatoo powder?
Yeah, it's like dandruff.
Oh, all right. So that's interesting. Well, thank you
No.
for that. I
Yes.
enjoyed meeting
How do
George.
I hello.
just go
He's
right
going to get
on.
this white stuff all
You wanna
over your
cuddle
toe.
Oh,
with
yeah.
me? Hello.
Now I wish I
Hi,
wore my
buddy.
Mountain Fun Life uniform shirt.
Andrea Illusion from Salt and Pepper Shaker Museum said Parrot Mountain is a hidden gem in Sevier County. Everyone is super friendly and so beautiful with the plants, flowers, and of course the birds.
Yes. Oh, I bet Andrea has bird-shaped salt and pepper shakers.
She might.
Yes.
Oh, you
Send us a
want your
picture of those,
cuddle?
Andrea. That'd be nice.
Oh. Or is he scratching?
Both. He wants you
His head.
scratching under here.
You see you
What?
scratching
But
his
opening
His
up
head
this
just
area.
like turned around
Well, the birds
completely.
are interesting like that. They can do all sorts. Oh, he's eating your hair.
Yeah, when he sleeps, he'll turn his head all the way around and it'll be right here.
Oh wow.
And his beak will be right here.
That's interesting. So do all birds do that?
I mean, if they want to, yeah. All birds can, but it's just if they want to.
Really, I always thought of owls as the ones that can pivot their heads,
Nope.
but they all can. Huh?
Yep.
Now, what all kinds of birds do you have at Parrot Mountain?
We have over 125 different species,
Wow.
so that'd be a lot to name. But yeah, we have a good variety up there.
Well, what geographic areas are represented by the Parrot
We
Mountain
have
birds?
Brazil, we have Australia, we have Central Africa, Indonesia, the Moluccan Islands, India, a little bit of everywhere.
Do you have any pigeon forage birds?
Yeah, we have some pigeons up there. Actually, we really do have a pigeon den up there at
Oh, no
Parrot Mountain,
kidding.
and pigeons fly free and they nest up there.
Oh, like
Yeah.
native pigeons.
Yes, actually, true. Yes.
Can you hear George making?
He-
Is he shivering or?
No, he likes Kira.
Oh,
George is letting out some kind of mating call over here, I think.
this is kind of weird. No, it's okay. You're cool.
That's really nice. Can you hear that on microphone, Hunter? What? Yeah. That's fantastic.
You are
Now
so
we have
pretty.
an employee. Our director is named Hunter. Would that be okay for a hunter to touch the bird?
Oh, sure would.
Okay, it's okay, Hunter. You can touch the bird despite your name.
Hunter's never actually seen a bird up close before. He told
Oh,
us.
come on. You've
Or a
seen
parrot up close. Well, this isn't a parrot. It's
sparrows
a
and
cockatoo.
oh, an exotic bird. These are exotic birds. Well, I've seen them at pet stores and zoos, of course,
No.
and other places. And I've had friends who've owned exotic birds, and they bring them around. They wear them on their shoulder
Yeah.
like they think they're a pirate and everything. Well, tell us about coming to see Parrot Mountain. How do we get tickets? What are the hours? That kind of stuff.
So we're closed right now during the winter. We'll open back up in March. So
Oh.
we're seasonal. We're March to November.
How do you keep the birds warm while you're closed?
We keep them in a heated facility,
Alright.
and they stay in there during the winter time.
These are hot birds, not cold birds.
Yeah, no, they can't survive in the cold. But our birds are acclimated to cooler temperatures, though, so they can withstand in the 40s.
Because if you let them loose, they'd all fly south.
They would.
Okay.
But yeah, you can get tickets at Parrot Mountain, or you can stop by our store at the Island. We have a shop at the Island.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's right across the street from us.
It is, yes.
And I think last time I was over there, there was a bird there that day. But are there always birds at the shop at Island?
There is always birds inside the shop, yes, sir. Yep.
Yeah.
And we do have cages throughout the whole island as well.
I've seen those
Yep.
too. Oh, fantastic. I think you're gonna just lull George to sleep there, Kira.
Probably. Oh, hello.
Nope, he's gonna pick up.
Now, what's this colorful piece behind?
That's just
feather.
that's just the color of the Moluccan cockatoo. They kind of got like that peachy creamsicle color to them.
I just like saying Moluccan cockatoo.
Moluccan.
Because I never thought in my life of broadcasting I'd have a job where I could legally on the air say Moluccan cockatoo.
Now you can.
What are
It's
you
fantastic.
doing? You trying to cuddle? Oh my
I
gosh.
think he's trying to be like an eagle, on eagle's wings over there.
Hi.
But seriously, how do I have to get this off of me, though? I mean, is it going to be
Brush
like a
it.
dry cleaning?
No, you should brush
flow, or-
it. It should go away.
All right, because I had planned on wearing this shirt for another Christmas party, but I guess I'm going to have to
Just go like that.
take it over to the cleaners.
There you go. See, look. It's like it never was there.
Okay, well, that's pretty good. It's going on cure now, I guess.
I don't mind.
Well, that's great. All right, so Fletcher, tell us about you and how did you get a job at Parrot Mountain? How'd you get?
Well, it was pretty hard. My mom and dad started the business, so
That's a good answer.
I was born into it.
How did they start the business?
Okay, so I can do a long story short.
Thank you.
My
Because I take a short story long, so we need somebody to balance me out.
All right. So my mom and dad are originally from Mississippi, okay?
Yeah.
And my dad had a vision to come to the Great Smoky Mountains and build a bird sanctuary.
No kidding.
So he was looking for, a piece of land somewhere to start this place, right?
Picked a pretty good one.
He did, but
Right up the road from Dollywood. That's
Yeah.
a very good place.
and how he found it was a rainy day, and it was a real estate sign on the ditch covered in mud. You could just see a little bit of white, right? So he pulled over, wiped the mud off, called the realtor lady,
Yeah.
and she said the property wasn't for sale no more. So he was
It
like,
was no
"Oh."
longer for sale.
Yeah, but he was persistent though. He felt like that was the spot. He kept calling her and calling her and calling her, and she got tired of him calling him. So she's like, "Okay, I'm gonna give you the lady that actually owns the land. I'm gonna give you her number."
Yeah.
Called her, and he's like, "Hey, is this
Was she a McCarter or an Ogle or one of the folks from the?
No, she was Alan.
Okay.
Yeah. And she said, "Yes, it's for sale. You're the man who's supposed to have it," is what she told him on the phone.
That's
Whoa.
crazy.
And she invited him to her house, and he went over, and she said she would finance it however way that he'd want it.
That's amazing.
And now, because that's many years ago,
Yeah,
right?
that was 18 years ago. We started in 2002 of August.
No kidding.
Yep. And, they started with probably about maybe 100 birds, maybe.
Yeah.
And now there's over 700.
That's fantastic.
Yes.
And so, how old were you when that was?
When Parrot Mountain first started, I was 4.
All right.
Yeah, now I'm 21.
Excellent.
Yeah,
And who
so-
else in the family is in the business?
I have a brother. His name's Zach,
Yeah.
and he's in the family business. It's me and mom and dad and my brother.
And your employees.
Yes, sir. Yep. We got about 25 of those.
That's
yeah.
fantastic.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So seasonal employees would be a great job for college kids and so on.
Yeah, it is. It is, and especially in the summertime, they come up there and help out with the parrots and stuff.
And this is really fun. I could do this all day.
And yeah, we have people like Kira right here that could literally stay up at Parrot Mountain all day just playing and coloring with parrots.
Yeah.
That's a good
I'm
job.
excited about
Yeah, and we
this.
take in, birds, like for any condition that needs a home or, they can't take care of them anymore. Or, we've had
Yeah.
people with health reasons like cancer and stuff like that, they had to give their birds up. And we take them in.
That's a good point because if I hope you don't have cancer, but when you have cancer, you're like, oh my gosh, I've got a limited time. I'm
Yeah.
only going to make it on this world for, whatever it is, say 50, 60, 70, 80 years maybe. But birds, how long do the birds live?
George will live around 50 to 70 years.
So
And
he'll
an a-
outlive people.
Oh yeah, he can outlive people easily. Some parrots, it just depends on what type of parrot. Some live, 30 years, 50 years. The oldest living parrot is the Hyson macaw. They can live to be over 100 years.
That's what I was thinking about,
Wow.
was the
Yeah.
ones that get to be way, way up there.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Like, I think there's a famous parrot, I know there's a famous parrot at the Knoxville Zoo, or Zoo Knoxville, named Einstein.
Yes.
And she's pretty old.
Yep. I'm not sure how old she is, but
Yeah, because
she
she's
is.
been there for, I think I read recently that she had just celebrated her, 20 or 20-year anniversary at the zoo.
Wow,
Yeah.
What are you doing?
that's
She-
awesome.
She's a good talker. She can talk on command.
And she's smart.
Yeah.
That's what African greys are. The African greys, they have a vocabulary of over 2,000 words and an
my
IQ
goodness.
of up to an 8-year-old child. So that's pretty crazy.
Look at you,
Are you wanting
Karen.
to change arms?
Yeah.
Are you trying to go back to Frank?
Oh,
Oh, hello, George. How
I
are
think
you?
George has got something for you.
I think,
I think
so
he likes
too.
both of us. I think George wants on the show.
I think he
I think
does.
George wants to have the Ask George show.
I think so.
That's what I think is going on here. I think George is very happy being on Mountain Fun Life. We have to change the name of the channel, Bob, to Parrot Mountain Fun Life because George is here.
George, can you say hello?
Hello, George. Hello,
He's getting
George.
shy with all these cameras.
I love you, George.
Oh.
You're a good George. Of all the Georges, you're the Georgiest. Okay. Well,
What
take him back.
endangered birds do you have?
he's fine. I mean, walk around
We have
the
a bunch
table,
of
George?
endangered species up there.
Wanna walk
Like the
around?
hyacinth macaws, they're one of them. And we have the golden conures. Though there's only like 2,500 left in the entire world.
Oh, wow.
They're highly endangered.
Wow. So you all are helping to repopulate the
Yes,
birds.
yes, we sure are. Yep.
That's a
'Cause-
good. That's
Hey,
What?
what'd you say? Can you say it to the mic?
he's a bird, Kira.
Can you say I love you, Kira?
Say, George, you say I love you. Hello. You say hello.
Hello.
Say hello, George. Say hey, George. Hi, George.
We just saw some beautiful plumage. And if anybody else is thinking of the Monty Python parrot sketch right now, am I the only one? Here you go.
All right,
Because
step
you are into my skin. Yeah, I've got a little bit of a George mark there. Well, that's fun. I'm glad you brought George.
Me
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to clean this off for the next show.
There we go.
Now, Fletcher, so you've lived in the Smoky Mountains now since you were 4.
Yeah, since I was born. But,
Oh, really?
But Parrot Mountain since I was 4.
And what do you like to do when you're not working?
If I'm not working, I like working out, and that's about it. Just relaxing. Because when I'm working out, it's pretty tiring.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I'll work all day, then I'll go to the gym, and then I'll come home, and I'll just kind of ease.
Okay. Because we have a sports segment coming up. I thought maybe you're interested in
Sports?
or
Oh,
anything.
yeah. I love watching YouTube football. I like the Titans, and I like watching NBA basketball as well.
Very good. All right. Well, we're going to do another Secret Santa gift.
Ooh.
So Kira gets first choice. And
I don't
think
know
we
if I
have-
want to open that.
If you get another one of these, you have to eat it.
I ate something the other day from a Chinese restaurant, and I'm convinced that it was cooked with meat, and I'm still like upset about it.
What was it?
It was vegetables, but there was some kind of like soupy stuff with it, and I'm very scared it was like chicken broth.
like ramen? Or type similar to ramen? Or
Well, it was. I had rice, and then I just had like
Egg drop soup?
cauliflower.
I'm
did not-
sorry. I said egg drop soup in front of a bird.
Oh, she loves it. Or he loves egg drop soup.
Okay.
He does.
Oh, yeah. George likes a lot of things that you would never think. Like, I give George a piece of my cheeseburger sometimes. He loves it.
But he won't eat a rhino beetle.
I know, yeah. I don't.
Well, all right. So if George will eat a cheeseburger, but not a rhino beetle.
He's sophisticated.
Kira, would you like to pick another gift?
I will. I don't know which one
You get
to
first
get.
pick.
Please don't be another beat. Oh gosh, made the table move. Okay.
All right. And Fletcher, would you like one too?
If you insist.
Well, I mean, you can, actually, there's 3 there. You can pick any
so
one you
you
want.
may get one?
You can pick any one you want. I touched this
Okay,
one, so
I'll-
technically the
I'll
rules
go with
are
this one.
once you touch. Then look, you're on the camera. You're on the website.
Oh, yeah.
You look so much
Yeah.
younger.
I know, I was. That was a couple years ago.
I see you. All right. I guess ladies first, of course. I'm sorry. I started open.
Thank you, Frank.
I was going in order, but makes more sense.
Oh, I thought this was bacon.
What did you get?
I got a Belgian waffle.
See, this is from Jungle Gyms.
I'm excited. I like waffles.
Do they have birds at Jungle Gyms? They should. Well, congratulations, Fletcher. You're our guest, so
Thank
you'll go
you.
next.
All right.
Because ladies first, then guests.
Whoa. What is this? Sandy's water. No salt added.
Oh, sardines.
Sardines. Oh, George would love that.
Really?
Yeah.
I am tempted. I would love to. I'm torn now because I want to see.
Israel.
There's-
Wow.
I want to see I want to see George eat a sardine, but I don't want to smell the sardine being eaten by George.
Right, because then it'll stay in the
Sardines.
studio all day long.
Well, our show, we've been on for half an hour. We're going to wrap pretty soon. I guess we'll be out of the door.
True. Then we can leave the problem to all
Yeah,
you
we
guys.
don't have to come back till tomorrow. All right, let's see what I got over here. I win.
You would.
A double-decker moon pie
Wow.
from the actual moon. You know, you gotta be careful of those space aliens. We're trying to eat our moon pies. That's an inside joke for those of you who ever watched the commercial I did for moon pie. That's fantastic. Microwave for an out-of-this-world dessert, which is totally true. Would you eat a moon pie?
No, it's got gelatin in it.
It does. Gelatin is made from the
So what-
hooves of animals.
So what do you eat?
I eat a lot of vegetables. I eat rice. I like potatoes. And there's a lot of things that I actually eat, like tofu.
Just not beetles, huh?
Definitely not beetles.
Okay.
Yeah. See,
Yep.
gelatin is not kosher because it's made from animal hooves.
Right.
So if you want to get kosher gelatin, it's made from fish.
I don't eat that either.
Okay. So you wouldn't go to a sushi restaurant and eat fish?
No, but I will have their vegetarian sushi. They usually have
That's
that.
not. Is that even still sushi? I guess technically
mean,
the
yeah,
sushi
'cause
means
it's
the
got
wrapping
this-
and the rice with the. Okay.
Right.
So you'd have a vegetarian roll.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's cool. There's one gift left. What should we do? Open it after the break? That's what we'll do. Rich Haley. Rich Haley gets it.
Yes. It'll be
All
nice.
right. Well, we'll take a quick break. First of all, Fletcher, thank you
Thank
for
you
the
guys for
wonderful
having me.
visit and all the bird dander that I got on me. And I'm proud of George for not depositing anything else on me.
Nope.
So thank you for that. But he's got his own receptacle over there, I think, right?
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he's left a few marks
He's
already.
really getting busy over there. What's
He
going
is.
on?
He's dancing.
Does he want the sardines?
I don't think so. Maybe he might want the moon pie actually. I'm just kidding. You can't have chocolate.
Oh. All right. Well, we have a lot of great entries in our contest to win 7 tickets to enjoy Christmas at the Cave at Cherokee Cameron. Still time for you to enter. We're going to take a quick break and bring in sports director Rich Haley so we can hear about some of the upcoming games that are happening in and around, getting into bowl season, you know. So we'll say thank you to Fletcher.
Thank
Thank
you.
you to George.
Thank you, George.
Say bye, George. Nope.
You know, George can stay if you want during the sports segment. If he wants to just stay there,
if you-
that would be humorous.
Okay, yeah. I'm sure he'd love to.
We'll be right back on Ask Frank Live. Kira Cup is here. Fletcher, what's your last name?
Hollingsworth.
Fletcher Hollingsworth from Parrot Mountain. And keep making comments to win these tickets to Cherokee Cavern's Christmas in the Cave on Mountain Fun Life.
Parrot Mountain. This attraction has it all, whether you're 2 years old or 90 years young, with hundreds of beautiful tropical birds and thousands of flowers, plants, and trees. Folks who visited our park have said, "I've never seen this many birds in one place. This must be what the Garden of Eden was like, the most beautiful and peaceful place I have ever been. These gardens rival the best value in the Smokies. You'll want to visit Parrot Mountain and Gardens. Call or visit us online. We'll see you there."
Get to that in a second. You'll see coming onto the screen. Here it is. See that? Did they just go Christmas tree shopping and forget to take it off the roof? Seriously,
What's the line from the movie Elf? I know him.
are they trying to replicate the Honda commercial? What are they doing?
They
I
do have
mean-
a tree on there, though.
I think it's cute.
It's hilarious. I love it.
Let's hear it from Mountain Fun Life.
Oh, there's Karina waving. Savannah's driving. Hi. She's doing the queen wave to me.
And look how our arch crew
I love it.
is properly slowing down the
He
parade.
knew to slow down for the camera. I love that.
Yes, they totally know what they're doing. In fact, they're going so slow that the biblical characters behind them are passing us.
Being a successful business is a lot of work, especially when you have to design your own media projects and advertisements. Let us take care of your media needs. We offer a large variety of services such as photography, videography, print magazine, live streaming, and so much more. Contact our marketing today for a free initial consultation. Email marketing@mountainfunlife.com. We look forward to
Parrot Mountain. This attraction has it all, whether you're 2 years old or 90 years young, with hundreds of beautiful tropical birds and thousands of flowers, plants, and trees. Folks who visited our park have said, "I've never seen this many birds in one place. This must be what the Garden of Eden was like, the most beautiful and peaceful place I have ever been. These gardens rival the best value in the Smokies. You'll want to visit Parrot Mountain and Gardens. Call or visit us online. We'll see you there.
We are having fun on Mountain Fun Life. I'm Frank Murphy. Kira Cup is here. Rich Haley, sports director, is here. So look at us. We're red, blue, and white.
Yeah, that works.
Or white,
America.
blue, and red.
Yeah. Blue, white, red. It doesn't matter which color.
So Kira's got the tickets, the 7 tickets that you could win to go to the cave, see Cousin Eddie, see the beautiful Christmas lights.
Yes.
I think Santa is usually there in the cave.
Mm-hmm.
You'll stop by at these certain specific times. And all you got to do is win is be one of the many, many commenters on our Facebook feed.
It's so easy, and we do this
Yeah.
every single week.
Yeah. So you got 7 tickets.
We've
there.
got 7 here.
tickets.
All right, now, Rich, it is we're having the Secret Santa show. So before we
Yes.
do sports, would you please? There's only one Santa gift left because
Well, that
I
makes it easy to choose, doesn't
well, I
it?
gave one to Fletcher, so you
Yes.
don't have a choice because I let Fletcher have a choice. But he was visiting.
I'm just sorry that he took the Beatles because I was going to eat one. But, you know.
Well, you've been in the Navy.
Yeah.
That's nothing for a Navy man.
More, not so much for the experience, but just to watch Kira while I,
I
eat
think
it.
there might be one on the. There might be one on the floor that the bird dropped.
Probably.
All right, and I get saltwater taffy from Tortuga.
Well, that's the
Ooh.
saltiest taffy
Good
in the
stuff.
world.
Yes, it has to be.
I
Here,
love
lose the wrapper, but so we can show the
Yeah.
Tortuga. There you go.
There we go.
Nice.
Here's
Saltwater
my
taffy
waffle.
from Tortuga.
And here's my moon pie. So we got a lot of junk food from Jungle Jim's in Cincinnati.
It works out.
Why did you have to go all the way to Cincinnati to buy a moon pie? That's a long way to go.
I didn't have enough to even it out, so
So this is actually just a moon pie.
So you got the
Publix.
gas
either
station
a bag
gift.
of tea or some moon pies.
I like moon pies. That was a great gift. So,
Absolutely.
all right. So today is the 12th, right?
Yes, today is
Oh.
Thursday, the 12th.
I just realized what today is.
What is today?
We're halfway through Advent. Today.
Uh-oh.
Today
It's the Ides.
is
Around
the
it.
Ides of Advent. And the only reason that works out is because this year Advent started on December 1st and of course ends on the 24th, so that's 24 days of Advent this year. It's not always the same number of days, you know.
Well, yeah, I know that.
Okay. So this year is 24. She just gave me that look like, don't put me on the spot. I wasn't trying to put you on the spot. I was just saying this year it works out that there's 24 days of Advent. And today being the 12th, the Ides of Advent.
Yes.
Right?
Wait, Advent. Do you mean like for the countdown to Christmas?
Yes.
Or-
Yes.
Okay.
And there's 4 Sundays in Advent. So Advent begins on the first Sunday of Advent, whatever day of the calendar, doesn't matter. It might be in November, it might be in December. By coincidence, this year it worked out that the first Sunday of Advent is December 1st. Doesn't usually work like that. It's unusual. And but it did this year, which is why we have a Friday the 13th this month, why we have all of the excitement, why Christmas is on a Wednesday this year, because the calendar just lined up that way. So today is the halfway point of Advent. There's 12 more days until Christmas,
I
Or
can't wait
Christmas
for
Eve.
Christmas.
right?
12 more days to Christmas, and then there's the 12 days of Christmas.
Which
so-
begin after Christmas.
Right.
We've already been over this, right? You know that speaking of birds, we could have done the whole bit. We could have done Partridge in a Pear Tree. That would be Christmas Day.
Right.
Two-
Partridge.
when would you have the 2 turtle doves? Second day of Christmas. My true love gave to me 2 turtle doves. When would that be? What would the date be?
The second day? Or no, January 2nd. No.
Keep going.
I don't know.
December 26th.
December 26th.
December 26th.
is the second day of Christmas.
Yes.
Now, people will fight me on this until they Google it, and then they realize that I'm right.
Yes.
And you love to be right.
I love, yeah, well,
Well, yes.
I just sit back and go, you can Google it.
Oh, look, my mom commented.
Oh,
She said, looking great, Mountain Fun Life.
well, thank you.
You look great, Mom.
And we have even with the bird dander on us, right?
Right.
You hardly got any on you.
I
Oh,
know.
there it is over
You
there.
got a little bit there on this.
I think that's where he nuzzled.
I know, he was so sweet.
They must powder the birds. They have to.
Or maybe if you'll Google it,
I will.
you'll find the answer.
It's natural powder coming off of the bird.
Yeah.
That was good. Hey, Rich.
Yes.
Let's Google the sports, shall we?
Okay. You mean that wasn't sports? All right. So, sports.
No, Kira won. Point Kira.
Kira one. There we go. All right. So, Lady Vols played last night. They lost last week for the first time in the season, but last night they came back from that loss and beat Colorado State 79-41.
So Colorado State not that great?
Colorado State's not that great.
All right.
But when you're coming off of a loss, it's kind of a job to get back.
Oh, and to steamroll.
yes.
Okay.
And they did. They knocked it out of the park. Not only that, but Renaya Davis went over 1,000 points for her career as a Lady Vol, so congratulations.
Oh, wow.
And 2 different Lady Vols got a double-double, which means they scored more than 10 points and got more than 10 rebounds.
You can tell that to me, too, because I didn't know it either.
Yes, but it looks better if I tell her.
And I still just blank staring at you like,
That's okay.
As was I.
Yes.
See,
All right.
To me, I hear double-double, and I think of In-N-Out Burger in Los Angeles.
Also in Vols basketball, the men will be playing Saturday against Memphis, and that's going to be a major game for them.
Because it's not a conference game, but it's
Right.
certainly an intra-state
Yes.
rivalry.
Both teams are ranked. Memphis is ranked 13th. The men Vols are ranked 19th.
Wow.
So this is going to be a really tough game. Right now, it looks like Tennessee's going to be favored in that.
How did this get on the schedule then? Do they play each other every year?
They set up an agreement 3 years ago to do 3 years in a row. Home, and then at a neutral site. So
Oh,
we're in the
right.
middle of that. But there's kind of a controversy going on there. Anthony Hardaway It's not Ann Fernie, Penny Hardaway, the coach of the Memphis team, and some of his players had a little issues with the NCAA.
Oh.
And
buddy of mine was wearing a Penny Hardaway T-shirt yesterday when I saw him.
yep.
Yeah.
And then there was
That's you,
really
Mean Gene. I'm talking about you, Mean Gene, if you're watching.
there was an ugly game between the two teams last year.
Yeah.
It was very physical. There was a lot of flopping where the player would pretend to get fouled, fall on the floor. And
I thought that was soccer. They did that.
it's normally a soccer move,
Oh,
but
all right.
there was some of that going on in the Memphis game. So it looks like after next season, where they play at a neutral site in Nashville, they're going to let that series drop for a little while.
Okay.
So then the other big game, now we're switching over to the NFL, the Titans are playing the Texans. And
Now,
not
the
only,
Titans used to be in Houston. In the olden days,
Yes.
the Titans were the Houston Oilers
And then they moved to Tennessee.
and became
Yes.
the Tennessee Titans.
Oh, I got that right?
yes, you got that right.
Yeah.
I was just,
And then the
Then-
NFL said, well, Houston can have another team. So they made up a new team, and that's what the Texans are.
Right. So there's always been a rivalry between the two teams. But this season, because of the way the Titans have been playing recently, they're both tied for the lead of their division,
Oh.
which means this game is really, really important for the playoffs.
Because even if they end up in the long run with the same record, the tiebreaker in the NFL is how did they do if they played each other? And when the two teams met, one of them wins and one of them loses, and that becomes the first tiebreaker, I believe.
Yes.
In the NFL.
I have a prediction.
Yes.
The Titans are going to win.
I like your prediction.
Thanks.
Right now, they're a
Tighten up.
3-point favorite. So,
Because their colors are blue, and I'm wearing blue today, and I just feel like the Titans are going to win.
okay.
Yeah, their colors are very similar to the old Houston Oilers colors.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that's
is
going to be a
okay.
big game on Sunday. Now, turning to the high school side,
Yeah.
we've got a game tonight. Gatlinburg-Pittman is playing at Cott County.
All right.
And then we've got several games on Friday.
Tomorrow's.
That's
I'm trying to
tomorrow.
remember what day it is. Today's Thursday, right?
Today is Thursday. So Sevier County will be at Morristown West. Seymour will be at Cott County. Gatlinburg-Pittman will be playing 2 nights in a row. They've got to go to Northview.
That's close, though.
That's close. And then Pigeon Forge will be going to Gibbs.
Gibbs over here.
I'm a giblet.
You're a Giblet?
I am.
How can you be a giblet if you're a vegetarian?
What do you mean?
Because isn't that something you find in a chicken or a turkey?
That's a goblet.
No, a goblet.
A goblet is a drinking glass.
It's a gobble.
No, the vessel with the pestle has the pellet with the poison. the
chalice from the palace has the brew that is true.
But the flagon with the dragon.
They broke the flagon with the dragon.
Okay, the goblet would not be involved in it, but the goblet is a wine glass.
Oh,
We're talking about a movie that was made before you were born.
Before I was born.
I think I was born the year it was made.
No. I was born, it came out in the 40s or 50s, didn't it?
Was it 40s? I thought
Anyway.
no, it was later than that.
So a giblet or a giblet is what I thought is a piece of a chicken from the innards, the guts.
ugh. Well, then
Yeah.
in that case,
Or what do we call it? A turkey too, any
Yeah.
poultry.
in that case, I'm an eagle because Gibbs eagles.
Well, eagles have giblets.
Doesn't mean I'm going to eat them.
I shouldn't even tell you that I drove past a truckload of pigs on their way to.
I have to drive by that every single day. The pig. Oh, and there's also a truck that goes by with a bunch of chickens on it, and I've been seeing chickens just on the side of the road.
I encountered a deceased chicken on Interstate 40, right in the heart of downtown Knoxville, and unfortunately for the poor deceased chicken, which escaped from one of these chicken transport trucks, I'm sure, it was bouncing around because the other cars could not get out of the way. So I'm driving along the interstate, and here's this chicken.
Did you run it over?
I did not.
Was it alive?
No, it was definitely dead.
Aw.
It had been roadkilled at that point, but because of the other cars kept hitting it, it was like a game of hot potato. You know?
Well, we've finally got the answer to the question. Why did the chicken cross the road?
It didn't.
didn't.
Yeah, so I did. Yeah, I drove past some pigs on their way to Swaggerty's today.
You all are mean.
It's
So I'm going to do something nice.
okay.
Okay.
I'm going to announce the winner of today's tickets.
Oh, that is nice.
Yes,
Yes,
and the winner is
the winner is Andrea Luden.
All right.
who puts salt and pepper on meat.
Yes. And vegetables. And vegetables. Just remember that part.
Thank you, Rich.
You're welcome.
The Salt and Pepper Shaker Museum in Gatlinburg. You would take the salt and the pepper, and most people put salt on their meat. I don't. I gave up salt many years ago because it just doesn't. I don't like salt anyway. I prefer sugar. So,
I like salt.
okay.
Yes.
I like pink Himalayan salt.
Is that a thing? I mean, I've heard of this as a joke.
It's
right?
it's a
It is
thing.
a thing.
Who would
It's
eat that?
Me?
I mean, why is
You're
it? What is pink Himalayan salt? I mean, obviously it is salt from the Himalayas that is colored pink, but what makes it a thing? Why would anyone make that a thing as opposed to just regular old sodium chloride?
First of all, it's pink. Second of all, it's like sea salt, so it has a good flavor to it.
Is there an ocean in the Himalayas that I forgot about?
There was several million years ago.
Oh, all right.
Yes.
And
So,
the ocean has dried up,
Right.
And there's probably sea salt and fossils
Yes.
and whatnot.
and the New Agers say the pink Himalayan salt has special properties, and it just tastes good.
Are you a New Ager?
I just like salt.
There you go.
So we found something unhealthy that you like.
I mean, well, you're supposed to have salt. Maybe not a lot of salt, but
Yeah.
you are supposed to have it. It's good for you. It's healthy. Ish.
Is it? Okay. I believe you.
Yeah.
I believe you.
In certain amounts of, like, you gotta consume it like in small amounts.
Right. Yeah, and I think there's probably salt in everything. I bet you there's salt in the moon pie.
Well, it's what gives things flavor.
Let's see. Yep, salt.
Yep.
So I didn't give up salt entirely. I just gave up pouring salt on top of food. I'm sorry, Andrea Luden. I would like to have a pepper shaker. I would like there to be a pepper and pepper shaker museum because pepper's fine. I like pepper.
Non-iodized salt in my waffle.
Boom. I bet you there's
Yep.
salt in those dung beetles or whatever we had. What kind of beetles were they?
I'm certain that there's salt in my saltwater taffy.
Well, in the old days, salt was a preservative.
Yes.
You would take the fish and you would rub the salt. You would rub salt on them. Bacon, anything in the cured meat. You put the salt on it to stop the decay.
And I learned from Andrea that salt was actually used as a form of currency many years ago.
Oh.
Because you had to hike all the way up to the Himalayas to get it.
Or down to the ocean
Or down to the ocean.
and dry it out. Yeah. All right. Well, that's fun. All right, I think we're about done, aren't we? I mean,
Yes.
I have more stories I could tell, but I know some of them would save till next week. I hope. Oh, I didn't mention the nativity pageant. I was supposed to mention the nativity pageant.
How could you not mention the nativity
I
pageant?
forgot Jesus. Oh, I'm sorry, Lord. I apologize. All right, well, I'll say it now. I've got 2 minutes. There's a nativity pageant.
It was there.
It's in
This is the first I've heard of this.
You guys could have helped me out. You guys could have helped me out and said, hey, you said you were going to talk about the nativity pageant. What happened to the nativity pageant? You're doing your stupid Irish accent talking about shortbread. You remembered to talk about the piece of the sun sphere. You did a whole riff on moon pies. You tried to get the bird to eat a rhino beetle. You got bird dander all over you. I went all there. I talked to mention the Garden of Eden, and nobody said, hey, speaking of the Bible, aren't you involved in the nativity pageant? Bo Williams from Channel 6 mentioned me on TV that I was going to be involved in the nativity pageant, and I forgot to mention it on my own show.
Well, that just proves that it's not all about you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So what happened was...
You're humble.
What happened was... my friend Mark it used to be has been a voice actor in the nativity pageant in downtown Knoxville. So you have many volunteers, hundreds of them, who will bring in their camels and bring in their biblical outfits, and they'll dress as shepherds and wise men and all these biblical characters, Mary, Joseph, everybody, the whole bit. And they act out the story of the nativity down on the floor of the Knoxville Civic Coliseum, and it's free admission. So it's 3 o'clock Saturday, 3 o'clock Sunday, 7 p.m. Monday. And they do this performance, this pantomimed performance of the nativity. There's a choir, there's a live orchestra, there's beautiful music, and during parts of it, they need some explanation. So there's a narrator who reads Bible passages that go with the action that's happening. But then, because it's more interesting, they have, like my friend Mark, the voice actor, he's an improviser from Full Disclosure, he would go and he'd read these bits. Well, he can't do it this year. So Ernie Roberts, who is a math teacher at Bearden, and he's involved in so many different things, Knoxville Opera Chorus, he's the director of this pageant. He calls me up and says, hey, you've done improv. I hear you've done improv.
Where would he hear that?
You could say that. 17 years of improv. I've done a little improv. And he said, we need somebody who, you'll still read the script. You don't improvise anything except the voices. You have to differentiate between these different voices of different characters, so that the audience thinks they've got a whole cast, not just me doing the voice of Isaiah in the
What's
beginning.
that sound like?
I'm working on that one. I think Isaiah, he said one year Isaiah had a Scottish brogue. And I thought, yeah, probably not this year. Because Isaiah could be Irish if you want. I could be Scottish if you want. I can do whatever. But I'm think Isaiah's I'm going to try to give him more of an Old Testament sound. Right?
And how does that sound?
It'll be deep. It'll be Isaiah. He'll be from the Old Testament, and he'll talk very importantly while someone out there is doing Old Testament moves and pretending to be Isaiah on the floor, where I'm pretending to be Isaiah on the microphone.
I like that. I'm going to talk like
So
this.
I may have to record that. I hope they recorded that because I just made it up right now. And then the angel Gabriel, I've been thinking about Gabriel, because then he goes to Mary and basically proposes. He proposes to Mary and says, hey, what do you think of this idea? And she says yes. So that would be, I'd probably do that one kind of as authoritative but pleasant, I really don't know what the lines are other than, Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee, kind of very straight, just normal, like close to my regular. And then for King Herod, he's only got 2 lines, but that's at the end. And I was thinking I'm going to try to do Jafar from Aladdin.
Jafar.
That'll work.
Yes. Go and worship the child and come back to me and reveal his location.
And then go to the nativity pageant where Frank will be
What do you think?
host. I like it. I think you'll do great.
I'm working on it. All right. Well, good.
Yeah.
Well, that's this weekend. It's absolutely free, so please join us in downtown Knoxville at the Civic Coliseum. But do get there early because the first 5 minutes of the show are pitch black. It's total darkness, and we're talking and whatnot. So once they close the doors at 3 o'clock, the doors stay closed so that until the lights come on and they let latecomers in. So get there early. There's also music ahead of time. There's a little prelude. So I try to get there by 2:30 on Saturday, Sunday, and I guess 6:30 on Monday, and enjoy the nativity pageant for free.
Awesome.
Awesome.
So there you go.
I'm glad you remembered that.
Thank you. I'm glad I remembered it too. I don't know what reminded me of it, except that I said I was going to talk about that. That's what it was. You know what it was? I looked at my phone, which is off, and I remembered, Brad Lovett had sent me a list of things that I should talk about, like the tree houses in Gatlinburg. Nothing. Whatever the next thing was, nothing. And then he mentions, and that nativity pageant you're in, and that's the one I remembered. So there you go. Thank you, Kira.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Rich.
Absolutely.
And congrats to you, Andrea, for winning
Yes.
these tickets. 7 tickets to Cherokee Tavern's Christmas.
That's funny.
What's funny?
If they had a beer down there. They should put a bar in. They should put a tavern in the cavern, because the tavern with the cavern has the brew that is true.
Maybe they will someday. Who's to say?
The tavern with the cavern has the brew that is true.
Wouldn't it be the cavern with a tavern?
The cavern with a tavern.
The cavern with a tavern.
So that's what we're going to do. You might want to look up a movie called The Court Jester starring Danny Kaye at some point, and
It's wonderful.
You'll get all these old references. Thank you so much for watching us on Mountain Fun Life. Thanks to all the many, many commenters. We appreciate you for doing that, for liking and sharing. Do check out Parrot Mountain. Go visit Fletcher and George and all the other birds. Or even, you can't wait until March when they reopen for the spring. Stop by their shop in the island at Pigeon Forge, and you'll get to see some beautiful birds there as well. And thank you to Secret Santa for all of the lovely treats.
Yes. Thanks for my beetles.
I'll give you the moon pie. You can't have the moon pie.
I can't have that either. Yeah.
Rich, do you want to trade and give her the?
Oh, sure.
So here.
Oh, no,
we go.
it's okay. No.
Now you got a waffle and some saltwater
I'll
taffy.
share 'em with
Did I just get mooned by Frank?
Worse things have happened. So we'll be back next week with another edition of Ask Frank Live. And of course, we're on Monday through Friday. We're at 9 a.m. right here on Roku, Facebook, and YouTube with the regular Morning in the Mountains program. And when you like us on Facebook, you'll see people like Kira pop in throughout the course of the day. Also, do check out our YouTube channel, because sometimes when we pre-record segments, those pop up on YouTube, and you can get a little preview of what's coming up on Morning in the Mountains. All right?
All right.
Like the interview with your pal, Fincham, Chad Fincham.
Chad Fincham.
Who's going to be in the Halls Christmas Parade this weekend, driving his NASCAR, I think, right?
He's either going to be driving it or pulling it.
He's not going to be driving it. I'm teasing.
Okay, yeah, he's
Teasing
not
that
gonna
he's
drive
gonna drive the NASCAR down the route of the parade in 3.8 seconds.
I'm actually going to be there with him.
Yeah.
Walking
cool.
in the parade, yeah.
Well, would you put a video online for us to watch?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
You're
That'd be
welcome.
fun. All right. Well, there you go. There's nothing to look forward to this weekend. Thanks again for watching. It's Mountain Fun Life. I'm Frank Murphy. That's Kira Cup. That's Rich Haley. And we'll talk to you again soon.
Parrot Mountain. This attraction has it all. Whether